Vic, you talked yesterday about trying to make sure that defense kind of carried you through offensive stretches where the shots weren't falling. It felt like in the first half that was kind of particularly the case. I mean, was that something you guys felt?
Yeah, definitely. We weren't hitting all our shots. We were getting some good shots, but at the end of the day, we was going out on the other end and locking up and playing defense, and that's what it's going to take for us to win. Not only this game, but throughout the season. So we just got to continue to keep making defense great for our offense.
This can be addressed to any of you guys. In relation to Cody, scoring only 2 points tonight, struggling a little bit out there, how much more do you feel like you have to step up your game when you have problems like that?
He had problems. I didn't really. Cody did a lot of other things to impact the game, and that's why he's such a great player. He might have a slow night today, but he played tremendous defense. He still had 10 deflections, and he rebounded the ball. So just because he doesn't score a lot doesn't really mean he might be having a slow night on offense, but he's doing what it takes to win. So sure we got to step it up a little bit, but when he plays like that, we just got to continue to keep playing together as a team.
Vic, can you talk about just how much it helps when Will's able to come in off the bench and give you guys that kind of a lift?
It's big for our team, and ever since he came in here, it's been big that we impact winning, and him coming off the bench and having games like that, and impacting it on both ends of the floor is big for us going along. And hopefully, he just continues to keep doing it.
Yogi, you were a little bit more aggressive, I guess, looking for your shot tonight. Was that just you taking kind of what was given to you by the defense, or were you looking to score more?
No, I was just taking what the defense was really giving me. Vic found me, especially in the second half, a lot. And, I was open, so I was pretty much shooting the ball.
Yogi, how have you just kind of evolved as a shooter since you've been here? It seemed like it took you a while to really find a rhythm with it, but obviously you had it tonight. How have you sort of improved and gotten better and evolved as a shooter?
Just getting in the gym, especially with these guys. Vic and Will, they have tremendous work ethic, and they'll pull me along with them just to get extra shots up. So that's what we're always doing after practice.
Will, could you talk about the team's defensive effort tonight, and just kind of the way you shut them down pretty good?
Yeah, points doesn't win games. It's your defensive effort. When you talk and are active on defense, that's what propels winning. And I think we did a fantastic job tonight. We had 63 or 4 deflections, which is, I think, the most we've had in the Big Ten. When you play defense, when you talk, when you just have a complete defensive effort, you're not going to lose. And if you do, then you just got to tip your hat and say next game. And I don't think on our 2 losses that we've done that. And I think that we're working for it.
Well, can you talk about how important it was to get off of that 8-0 run to start the second half?
Well, if you notice, on the 8-0 run, we had 3 stops in a row on defense. It's science, basketball science. You get a stop, it'll lead to easy baskets on the other end. So that's about it.
Well, that being said, how much did it help you guys when you hit that first 3, I guess, in the first half, to really kind of soften up that zone a little bit? How much did you see things change, I guess, for the way you guys were able to operate against it?
Yeah, I was really just worried about our defensive effort. If I'm open, I'm going to shoot it. And I think that's all of our mentality, really. If you don't shoot open shots, you're hurting the team. So, we don't force anything, but it's all about the defensive effort.
Speaking of that defensive effort, this is the fewest points you guys have allowed since middle of November against Sam Houston State. Was it effort there tonight? Was it execution? Did you notice a difference in the execution as opposed to a couple of the earlier games?
I'm not going to talk about the earlier games, but tonight we had a fantastic game plan. Our coach did a fantastic job making sure we prepared for the game. Our scouting report was fantastic. Coach Johnson put it together, and he always does a phenomenal job. We executed it, and we took things the way that we wanted to win.
Hey, Will, what do you think of the way Hunter plays, especially defensively, kind of in the middle there?
Hunter can come over and block some shots, but he still needs to really just dive into the game plan and film, because he is the most athletically gifted player I think I've ever seen besides Vic. So, if he keeps bringing that out, he's going to be a fantastic player.
What would you say take away things you wanted to take away? What did you guys just focus on? What was key coming into this one? What did you guys feel like you took away and just defensively?
This is probably the most consecutive questions I've ever answered. What we really just want to take away some guys' strengths and what they do well. Some guys like left hand, some guys like the right hand, some guys like to shoot this shot, that shot. So really, if you watch a lot of film, which is what our team does, and you find the tendencies of certain players and try to take that away.
Hey, Will, there was
I'm not now.
a couple games you didn't score, but it didn't seem like your mentality wavered, your effort really wavered or anything. Does it ever fall into your head, when you don't score for a couple games, hey, what's going on, or do you just keep playing? I mean, what's your mentality?
No, I never think about that kind of stuff. As long as I'm playing hard on the defensive end, if you see me not playing hard on the defensive end, that's when you know something's wrong. And that's never going to happen. So really, the offense will come. The ball finds movement, ball finds activity. So if you just keep moving, these guys will find me. I'm not worried about it.
Hey, Vic, the importance of finishing strong. I know the second half, the last 3 games, probably wasn't up to your team standards, but you got it done tonight.
Yeah. It's a big emphasis on our team because it seems like everybody in the country thinks that we don't have a good second half. So that's their opinion, and that's fine. That's what they see. But at the end of the day, we're going to do whatever it takes to finish strong because we're not trying to beat Penn State. We're trying to beat everybody in the country. So we got to realize that it's going to help us down the road.
Time for
Vic,
one more.
Vic, Yogi hit a couple of shots at the beginning of both halves. What does that do for the energy of the other guys like yourself out there on the court with them to start the halves off?
Well, he could shoot. It was all in his head at first, but he's finally realizing he can shoot the ball. So a lot of the plays I was just coming off, and they were just leaving him. I'm not gonna not kick it to him, and he knows that. So when he gets ready to shoot, it's very hard for him to miss. When he gets going, the confidence is flowing, and it all pours in after that.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks.